If you're relocating to Pittsburgh and trying to decide where to live, there's one suburb that consistently rises to the top: Upper St. Clair, Pennsylvania. But here's what most buyers don't fully understand. It's not just a desirable suburb, it's a strategic decision. And if you choose the right community for the right reasons, you don't just improve your lifestyle, you protect and position your long-term equity. Hi, I'm Sharon St. Clair, a luxury real estate advisor with Hanna, serving Upper St. Clair, Peters Township, and the South Hills of Pittsburgh. Before real estate, I worked as an attorney, and I also owned a home inspection company. So when I guide a client through relocation, I'm not just looking at the home, I'm evaluating risk, cost, negotiation leverage, and long-term resale performance. Because in real estate, where you buy is just as important as what you buy. Every week, I talk to buyers relocating to Pittsburgh, and they're comparing Upper St. Clair, Mount Lebanon, Peters Township, and other South Hills communities, and they're trying to make a decision based on price. But price is only one piece of the equation, because what most buyers overlook is school district impact, property taxes, lifestyle alignment, and long-term resale demand. And when you step back and look at all of those together, Upper St. Clair becomes very compelling. Here are 6 strong reasons why Upper St. Clair. Reason 1. Upper St. Clair is located in Allegheny County, just minutes from Pittsburgh, and that proximity creates a very specific advantage. You're close to downtown Pittsburgh, major hospitals and employers, cultural centers, dining and entertainment, which means your daily life becomes more efficient, less time commuting, more time living. And for many relocation buyers, that alone is a deciding factor. Reason 2. Now let's talk about one of the strongest drivers of home value, the Upper St. Clair School District. It is consistently ranked among the top districts, not just in Western Pennsylvania, but in the state. And here's the key insight. Top school districts don't just educate well, they create demand. And demand does one thing: it protects your home's value. So even if schools are not your primary concern, they should still be part of your strategy. Reason 3. Upper St. Clair offers something that's difficult to replicate. It has a very established, cohesive community feel. You'll find tree-lined streets, well-maintained neighborhoods, strong community planning, and access to parks, recreation, and local amenities. And there's a sense of stability here. It feels intentional, and that matters more than most buyers realize until they experience it. Reason 4. Now let's talk about the homes themselves. Upper St. Clair offers a mix of classic, well-built homes, updated properties, and established neighborhoods. This is not a cookie-cutter market, and that creates something important: identity. But it also means you need to know how to evaluate condition, renovation quality, and maintenance costs. Because 2 homes at the same price point can have very different financial implications. Reason 5. Now we need to address something important. Upper St. Clair is located in Allegheny County, and compared to Washington County, property taxes are typically higher. But here's how strategic buyers think about it. They don't just ask, "What are the taxes?" They ask, "What am I getting in return?" And in Upper St. Clair, that often includes proximity to the city, a top-tier school district, and strong resale demand. So yes, taxes are part of the equation, but they are not the entire equation. Reason 6. Let's look at this from the end in mind, because eventually you will sell. Upper St. Clair consistently attracts relocation buyers, move-up buyers, and school-focused buyers. And that creates consistent demand, which translates into strong resale positioning, more buyer interest, and better negotiation leverage. For sellers looking to attract relocating buyers, if you already own a home in Upper St. Clair, this is where strategy matters. Because in a market like this, you don't just list your home. You position it, stage it, market it at a high level, and control how buyers experience it. Because the difference between a well-positioned home and an average listing is not small, it's significant. So when you look at Upper St. Clair, It's not just about location, schools, or homes. It's about the combination of convenience, community, and long-term value. And that's why buyers who think strategically continue to choose it. If you're considering relocating to Upper St. Clair or anywhere in the South Hills, I've created a detailed relocation guide. It breaks down neighborhood differences, taxes, and cost of ownership, and how to choose the right community for your goals. Reach out directly. And if you're already a homeowner here and thinking about selling, let's have a conversation. Because an offer is not just a number, it's a strategy. I'm Sharon St. Clair, and I'll see you in the next video.